शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। Hari Om. A blissful Friday morning to every one of you. Welcome to this beautiful, gorgeous, most auspicious, holiest of the holy temples which is within our own selves. My loving pranams at the divine lotus feet of my Guru, Papa Swami Ramdas of Anandashram, Kanjangad, Kerala, and my beloved parents. The one who has composed this TATTVABODHA, Bhagavad-pada Adi Shankaracharya, let us offer our salutations to him and chant the Shanti mantra of Taittiriya Upanishad and start today's session. Shruti Smruti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavad-padam Shankaram Lokashankaram. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunattu Sahaviryam Karavavahai तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. In the beginning, the Guru says that one who has got sadhana chatushtaya sampanna, or one who has got this wealth, he is qualified to study this TATTVABODHA or any other Upanishad or Vedas. We must remember that TATTVABODHA is giving the terminologies, explanation about some of the terms which are being used generally in the Upanishads, most of the Upanishads. So he says sadhana chatushtaya sampanna means 4 qualities: viveka, discrimination, vairagya, dispassion, then shamadhi shatka sampat, discipline, and mumukshutvam, desire. The 4 Ds: discrimination, dispassion, discipline, and desire for liberation. Then he says, what is discrimination, what is viveka, vairagya, all this explanation he gives because the student asks the doubts. Then he says, one who has got this wealth or one who is qualified, now he is ready for Tattva Viveka. So the student asks, what is Tattva Viveka? Then he says that it is only Atma only is Nityam, rest everything is Mithya. Obviously the student asks, what is Atma? Then he gives a list, that is 3 bodies, Shareeratraya. It is beyond this, beyond the Shareeratraya, beyond Panchakoshas, beyond 3 avasthas. It is Satchidananda Swarupa. This is Atma. Altogether 3 bodies, 5 koshas or layers, and 3 avasthas, different states. So altogether 3 plus 5 plus 3. So altogether 11 elements. He talks about 11 elements and says Atma is beyond this. Now the student asks one by one, what are the 3 Shareeras? So he says Thula, Sukshma and Karana Shareera. Gross body, subtle body, causal body. These are the 3 kinds of bodies that all of us have. We are unaware of it because the others, gross body is visible. The other 2 bodies, subtle body or Sukshma Shareera and causal body or Karana Shareera, are not visible to us. So we don't have any knowledge about it. Now the question asked by the student is, what is Sthula Shareera? Then he says, Panchikrita Panchamahabhutaihi Kritam. Panchamahabhutas, we know them. With our fingers, it's very easy to remember. The middle finger start with that. Akasha, Vayu, Agni, Jala, Prithvi. These are the Panchamahabhutas or 5 elements, main elements. So our body, gross body is made up of these Panchamahabhutas which has undergone some process called Panchikrita. We will see about this Panchikrita process later when Adi Shankaracharya describes the creation of this universe. All these are very, very interesting topics. So our body is, the cross body is made up of Panchamahabhuta which has undergone some process. Then Satkarma Janyam. We have taken so many different births. Now this human body we have got, or we are blessed with this human body. Not only just the human body, He has blessed us with this kind of interest or desire to learn Tattvabodha, Bhagavad Gita, or the meanings of so many stotras that we chant. Chanting is definitely good. Chanting of any gods, any stotra is definitely good. But when we understand the meaning of the stotras that we recite, we get that kind of emotions, that bhavana. We are overwhelmed with that kind of bhavana. Many times we get goosebumps. Many times we get tears of joy when we understand the meaning. So these all punya karmas. So he says sat karma janyam. Because of this sat karma, your body is born. Your gross body, you have got it or it is born. Janya means born. Then he says sukha dukkhadi bhoga ayatanam shareeram. Ayatana is a residence. Just a place. For what? To experience sukha, dukkha, etc. Joy or sorrow, to experience these kind of experiences. This office room is given. But unfortunately, we think that we are this office room. That is why we give so much of importance to the appearance of this body. I should be looking good. Nothing wrong in it. But as we grow further, at least that kind of attachment should be reduced. Once for all, we cannot get out of it. At least try to reduce that. That is what he is hinting here. Only for experiencing joy and sorrow, this is a place, like an office room. Then asti jayate vardhate viparinamate apikshiyate vinashyati iti shadvikara vadyeta sthula shariram. 6 different kinds of changes. Asti. It exists. In some form it exists. Then it is born. Then it grows. Then it undergoes so many changes. Then starts becoming weaker and weaker, and one fine day it is destroyed. So these are the 6 changes that we undergo, or the gross body undergoes. One fine day it will be destroyed. So this is what is Sthula Shareera. Then the next question the student asks is, what is Sukshma Shareera? Now he says, Apanchikrita Panchamahabhutaihi Kritam. This also is made up of Panchamahabhutas only, but Apanchikrita, that process is not there. Or we can say that it is in a subtle way. Now ear, the visible part of this ear, we call this in Sanskrit as Golakam. This Golaka belongs to the gross body. The power to hear, the ear's job is to hear. That power, that belongs to the subtle body or the Sukshma Shareera. Eyes, this is Golaka. The power to see, there are so many people who are blind. By looking at them, we may not be able to make out that they are blind. Deaf people, we can't even make out that they are deaf because ears are just like our ears. The power to hear, the power to see, the power to smell, all these belong to Sukshma Shareera. So it is Apanchikrita Panchamahabhutaihi Kritam Satkarma Janyam. Just like how the gross body is born because of Satkarma, this Sukshma Sharira also is there because of Satkarma. Then Sukha Dukkhadi Bhoga Sadhana. Now the difference between Sthula and Sukshma is Sthula was Ayatanam, residence. This is instrument, toolkit. It is not sufficient if you just have 4-wall, 1 room as office room. You need some gadgets, some instruments are needed for us to work there. In the same way, just the gross body is of no use. We need the Sukshma Sharira also. Gadgets are needed. So it is to experience Sukha and Dukkha. These are the instruments. Understand the difference? Gross body is only ayatanam, one residence. What we have inside the house, this is the gadget. Like how you have one covering, you see the guitarist. Guitar is there. How do they carry the guitar? They have one box or one bag to carry that. Isn't it? Sukshma Sharira is within the Sthula Sharira. Just like how the guitar is kept inside the box. That guitar carries the box. Inside that guitar is there. So actually use is that guitar. Same way, actual use is Sukshma Sharira. It makes the Sthula Sharira work for us. So it is sadhana. And what are the elements which are there in Sukshma Sharira? Panche Jnanendriyani. 5 Jnanendriyas in Sukshma Rupa. Pancha Karmendriyani. Once again it is in Sukshma Rupa, not talking about these Golakas. Not the hand. Hand belongs to gross body. Whereas the power for this hand to move, that belongs to Sukshma Sharira or subtle body. Then Pancha Pranadayaha, 5 Vayus. Because it starts with the Prana Vayu, we call this as Pancha Pranadayaha. Like how you say Vashinyadi Vagdevatas. There are 8 Vagdevatas starting with Vashini. So Vashinyadi. Similarly, Pancha Pranadi. It starts with Prana. 5 that kind of Vayu are there. So we say Pancha Pranadayaha. Then 1 Manas, Manaschaikam, Buddhishchaika. 1 Buddhi, 1 Manas. Altogether 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 1 plus 1. 17 elements are there. Yaha Tishtati Tat Sukshma Shariram. Now the question is about, the student does not ask the question, but the student looks like, what are the Jnanendriyas? The Guru is able to read the mind of the student, and by himself he says, what are the Jnanendriyas? Shrotram Tvak Chakshuhu Rasana Granam. Ears, not the Golaka, the power to hear. Then skin, tongue, nose, eyes. These are the 5 Jnanendriyas. Then he gives a list of the Adhidevata for each Jnanendriya. We have a government. Then there may be a chief minister or a prime minister. All the work cannot be done by those people. So what do? They divide that field into different categories or departments. Every department has got a head. Under that head, there may be so many other people who are working. In case we have any problem with one particular field, then we contact that department. Similarly here, every organ, every sense organ has got Adhidevata, and it works in a particular field. For example, ear, it works in the field of sound, Shabda. Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. These are the 5 different kshetras or fields through which the world enters us. If these 5 Jnanendriyas are not working, world will not exist for us. At least a few should work for us. 1 or 2 may not work, but at least 1 or 2 should work. Only then the external world exists for us. Otherwise, it's as good as not existing at all. We take input from the world with the help of these Jnanendriyas. So he gives a list of the Adhidevatas and the field in which each Indriya is working. Ear can work only in the field of sound. It cannot see. This we know. Ear cannot see. Eye cannot hear. Eye can only see. Eyes can only see. That means each organ works in a particular field only. They don't interfere in others' affairs. Unlike us, we have more interest in others' affairs. Except our field, we are interested in others' affairs. So this is about Jnanendriyas. Now similarly about Karmendriyas. Vak, Pani, Padav, Upastha. These are the 5. That is tongue. We have to understand here, tongue works as a Jnanendriya as well as a Karmendriya. It works as input as well as output. Karmendriyas are output, functions. They work. Jnanendriyas only receive input. Karmendriyas output. Walk. Walk is not W-A-L-K, walk of English. It is speech. For speaking we use tongue. Similarly for tasting also we use the same tongue. So how careful we should be in using this particular organ. Tasting. Just because one item, one dish is very tasty, it gives a signal to the mind, oh, this is very tasty. The mind says, come on Jyoti, eat it more, eat this more, some more, some more. So I keep on hogging that, then I fall sick. So as a Jnanendriya also, we have to be very careful with this tongue. As Karmendriya, speech, how it should be. Short and sweet. Isn't it? We should not be hurting anybody. So this kind of thought should be there before speaking. What am I speaking? Is it necessary or not? Is it going to be beneficial to somebody or not? If it's going to hurt anybody, why should I do that? Because the moment I do that, that vasana is getting stored here. So this is about tongue. Then pani, hands. Hands we use it for lifting. So he gives a list of the field in which each and every Karmendriya is working. Then feet, then genitals and anus for excretion. Whatever food we take, that is being used for the body, and whatever is waste, that should be excreted, sent out of the body. Whatever waste is there, it should be sent out of the body. So this also is a sacred activity. We must understand our Sanatana Dharma is such a great thing. You see, every activity is sacred. Everything is divine for us. Including this anus. That is also divine. And the process of excretion. That is also a divine activity. We understand this when we don't pass motions. For a day or two, if you don't pass, then we know the difficulty of it. Then we understand how important it is. So every single organ is important for us. And with the help of this kind of understanding, we are going within and seeing, oh, this organ is important for me. I never gave any thought for it because we generally take everything for granted. So Adi Shankaracharya is warning us, alerting us. Understand this. This also has a devata. Anus also has a devata. Devata for this excretory organ is Mrityu Devata, Yamadharma Raja. He is the one who is going to take us, make us exit this world also because we become waste then. Whatever waste is there, it has to be taken away. So he is the one who takes that also. Then the list of all the Adidevatas of each and every organ is described here. Then about Panchapranas. Adi Shankaracharya has not explained in this Tattvabodha. He has not described the Panchapranas. Don't know the reason for it. The Pancha Pranas are prana, that is vayu. 5 different kind of main vayus. There are many more, but these are the main vayus. Prana, apana, vyana, samana, udana. So we say pranaya swaha, apanaya swaha. Either we have seen the purohits doing this naivedya in the temple, or we ourselves may be doing it during our puja when we offer naivedya. Or in some communities, before taking food, they have this pranaya swaha like this. They keep taking water or one rice, one rice, that's all. They take like this and then say pranaya swaha. Somebody has asked this question, why should it be said pranaya swaha? Now the food that we take, we think that we are eating. Who is this we? Who is this I? I is nothing but that Atma actually. But then it is going to these 5 air or vayu only. Why? Because each and every vayu has got a particular function. If all these 5 vayus, if they are not working, even not working properly, if they are not working, we will not be there. If they are not working properly, we fall sick. That is the reason why we say that, come on, this is for you. This is for prana, this is for apana, this is for vyana, etc. For each and every vayu, we are saying this is the one. Then later we take it for completely for the body as such. But initially, we are supposed to think about these 5 vayus. It is not simply mechanically pranaya swaha, apanaya swaha. No. We are supposed to think of them. Prana vayu, which is responsible for my respiratory system. Inhaling, exhaling. This function is the responsibility of prana vayu. Imagine if this prana vayu is not working, we will exit the world. So first and foremost, pranaya swaha. Then apana vayu. It takes care of the excretory system. Okay, we are taking food. If the excretory system is not working, we fall sick. So the next one is apana, which takes care of our excretory system. There are different organs later, but this is the one which is responsible for making those organs work. We have the organ called anus there to excrete. For that organ to function, this vayu has to work. That is why apanaya swaha. Then vyana. Vyana is circulatory system. Whatever food that we take, it has to be circulated throughout the body. Every cell of our body should receive that. The food that is digested, not just the food that we take, the food that is digested. Digestive system is taken care of by samana vayu. Samana vayu digests the food that we take. Then vyana vayu distributes or circulates the food or the minerals, fat, protein, etc. Whatever is there, all those are sent to every cell of our body. Tip of the fingers also receive that food. Stomach does not say, oh, it has come to my place, I will not give you. No. With the help of vyana vayu, the food that is digested and everything is separated, that is being circulated throughout the body. Samana vayu, digestive system. It takes care of the digestive system. We have intestine, large intestine, small intestine, blah blah, so many things are there inside the stomach. Different organs are there. But to make them work, samana vayu is compulsorily needed. If it doesn't work properly, then we know we have stomach upset. So each and every vayu is important for us. That is why before taking food, we simply say, Aham Vaishwanaro Bhutva, or some stotras you chant and think of God. Why pranaya swaha, apanaya swaha? First for the prana, next for the apana, and so on. We are supposed to give our thought to these vayus, which are responsible for our healthy body, healthy mind, healthy intellect. Last one is Udana Vayu. Its responsibility is not on it every fraction of a second. It doesn't work. It is idle for most of the time. Not like the other four Vayus. They are continuously working. This takes some rest. Only when some external bodies enter our nose, then we start sneezing. This is taken care of by Udana Vayu. Similarly, vomiting. This doesn't happen on a regular basis. Once in a while it happens. So Udana Vayu comes into picture and throws out whatever is unwanted to the body, that is thrown out as vomit. Burping, belching, all these happen very rarely or not on a daily basis. And the main important duty of this Udana Vayu is to take this Sukshma Shareera from the Sthula Shareera when at the time of death. It has to push it. The Sukshma Shareera, assume that it is a packet. That is also a part of it. Udana Vayu also is a part of that packet. So what does it do? It simply lifts the Sukshma Shareera from this office room. All the gadgets, the tool kit is lifted out with the help of Udana Vayu. So it comes into picture especially at the time of death, to separate Sukshma Shareera or subtle body from the gross body or Sthula Shareera, what we call as death. Then Sukshma Shareera travels till it gets another gross body. It keeps traveling. We call this Sukshma Shareera, which is traveling without Sthula Shareera, as Preta. Bhuta Preta Pishachadi Dushta Badha Nivrittaye. Don't we chant? So that Preta is Sukshma Shareera or subtle body without the gross body. Now it travels till it gets another womb. Then it gets another gross body. Then does its loka vyavahara. It starts transactions with the world. With that new gross body, after certain years, that gross body gets destroyed. Subtle body or Sukshma Shareera continues to exist till Pralaya. Srishti to Pralaya, Sukshma Shareera lives. It doesn't get destroyed. It resolves only at the time of Pralaya. How many Sthula Shareeras do we have? That we don't know. If at all we are born as a mosquito or some other insect, maybe a few hours. Our life is only a few hours. Whereas if you are born as a healthy human being, you may live up to 120 years also. So that we can never say how many lives are there, how many births are there, that we can never say. But number of gross bodies we have from one Srishti to one Pralaya. Whereas from Srishti to Pralaya, same subtle body, same Sukshma Shareera. This is the difference between Sthula Shareera and Sukshma Shareera. Both are made up of Panchamahabhutas. Sukshma Shareera is made up of Sukshma Panchamahabhutas. And Sthula Shareera is visible to everybody. My body is visible to myself and to all the others also. Whereas Sukshma Shareera is not visible to anybody including me, but I can experience my Sukshma Shareera. Others cannot experience my Sukshma Shareera. Only the individual can experience, cannot see. Then Sthula Shareera lives only for a short period of time. Maximum is 120 years. Whereas Sukshma Shareera lives from one Srishti to that Pralaya. Now what happens when the Pralaya takes place? It resolves into Karana Shareera. So what is Karana Shareera? Karana Shareeram Kim? Anirvachya anadi avidya rupam shariradvayasya karanamatram satswarupa ajnanam nirvikalpaka rupam yat asti tat karana shariram. I have repeated the explanation of Sthula Sharira and Sukshma Sharira because these three concepts are very, very important for us. When we understand them, we will try to change our lifestyle. Now, what is Karana Sharira? The student is asking. So, Shariradvayasya Karana Matram. Shariradvaya. Two Shariras. For those two Shariras, this is the Karana Matra. There is nothing else. If you remember, we have taken one example of gold and ornaments. Gold is Karana. All the ornaments which are made up of this gold comes under Karya or product. We must remember this Karana and Karya. These are the two terms which are continuously being used in all our Upanishads. Cause and effect. Effect is always a product. Product of the Karana. Karana is that cause. So here it is he says, Shariradvayasya Karana Matram. This Karana Sharira is responsible for Sthula Sharira and Sukshma Sharira. To give an example, you see a mango tree, huge mango tree. Very tasty mangoes, etc. Then slowly you start thinking, how did this mango tree come? Where was it earlier? Before many years, before it became a big tree, where was this? Then we know, practically we know that it comes from a seed, from a mango seed only, not neem seed or anything. From a mango seed, a mango tree has come up. Only from a mango seed. From the mango seed, initially it sprouts. Then slowly it becomes a plant and then it grows into a big tree. If you open the seed, what do you see? There is nothing. Empty. After eating a mango fruit, seed we leave. You can cut open the seed and see what is there inside. Nothing is there. When the same seed is put under mud, then slowly it starts sprouting, it becomes a plant, it becomes a huge tree with so many branches, so many leaves, so many fruits. Now think of this, just from one small seed, such a huge tree has come up. According to the modern science, matter can neither be created nor destroyed. Energy can neither be created nor destroyed. This is the principle which is being used in modern science. If we apply the same thing, same concept over here, with the seed. In the seed, the tree existed in avyakta rupa. There is no form for it. We call this as avyakta. Not visible. Can we see the tree inside the seed? No, we cannot see. But definitely it is there in encoded form. Probably earlier we wouldn't have understood. Now we are using a phone which has got a SIM which is such a small one. Phone may be slightly big, but inside that there is a SIM and we use a memory. Such a small one. So many things we are storing in that. Now we understand, okay, it must be possible. Earlier we wouldn't have accepted. No, it is such a small thing. How can we use? How can we store so many things? Now we know. So like this, it is encoded, it is programmed there within the seed about the tree. So we say that tree is existing in the seed in potential form, which is not visible. It is encoded in potential form in the mango seed. Because it says matter can neither be created nor be destroyed. Suddenly from nothingness, tree cannot come. From Shunya, nothing can come. So it is not Shunya. It is not visible to us, that's all. If we apply the same concept here, Stula Shareera, Sukshma Shareera. Stula Shareera is visible to me. Sukshma Shareera I can experience. I may not be seeing, but I can experience my Sukshma Shareera, so it is existing. So there must be a cause for this. What is that cause? So he says, Shareera Dvayasya Karanamatram Karana Shareeram. The cause for these two bodies is nothing but Karana Shareera. How to know about it? He says late in the initial first word itself, Anirvacha, it cannot be explained. How it cannot be explained, I will explain later. So here, to give an example which is close to this, Karana Shareera exactly cannot be explained. But if you remember, in 13th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Kshetra Kshetrajna Vibhaga Yoga, Bhagavan explains, what is this Kshetrajna? Nearest example is the Panchamahabhuta. Subtlest Panchamahabhuta is space. You see space everywhere. Like this Arjuna, Atma exists everywhere. It is not exactly the example, but closest to that. So that we try to, see space everywhere. If I construct the house, where does the space go? Space does not go anywhere. Space is there only. How do you know? Destroy the house and see space is there. So like that we try to understand about Atma with some example like this. In the same way, nearest example is deep sleep. When we are in deep sleep, our body is not working. Body is simply lying down. Our indriyas are not working. Karmendriya, we are not doing any work with the hand, with the legs or with any of these organs. We are not doing any work. When we are in deep sleep, not the dream state, deep sleep state. Sushupti avastha. Then, what about the Jnanendriyas? Are we listening something? Even if somebody calls me Jyoti, Jyoti, I won't know. Because I am in deep sleep. The Jnanendriyas are not working. None of the Jnanendriyas are working. Pranas are working, but we are unaware of it. So it's as good as Sthula Shareera not working, Sukshma Shareera not working. What is working then? Karana Shareera only exists then. It is as good as Karana Shareera. When we get up from deep sleep, what do we say? Appa, such a nice sleep I had. I didn't know after getting up, where am I? Who am I? Isn't it? So many times it happens to us. Even if it is only for 10 minutes, that kind of deep sleep gives us rest to the body. We get rejuvenated. Next, we are ready for the next work. If we are dreaming, we don't get that kind of rest. We will see why in the next class. So when we are in deep sleep, it is only simply happiness. Complete rest. This is how Karana Shareera is. Sthula Shareera, Sukshma Shareera, both are not working. They both are there in this Karana Shareera in the potential form, or we say avyakta. At the time of Srishti, this Karana Shareera throws the Sukshma Shareera outside. Srishti takes place. The Karana Shareera, all of us have got Karana Shareera. All the plants, all the animals, everything has Karana Shareera. From that it simply throws. So all of us take new physical bodies or gross bodies and start working. Then gross bodies keep on. We transmigrate from one gross body to another gross body and keep on doing it till Pralaya. The Pralaya takes place. Sukshma Shareera resolves into Karana Shareera. So like how a mango seed had that whole tree in a potential form, Karana Shareera has all our our Sthula Shareera, Sukshma Shareera, everything in the potential form or Avyakta form. So you can compare that mango seed to our nearest example, to our Karana Shareera, to experience how it will be. When we are in Karana Shareera, how it will be? Like how we are there in deep sleep, only bliss. We don't know anything because Sthula Shareera is not working, Sukshma Shareera is not working. So only Karana Shareera is there. That is why we are so happy. We feel so rested after such a deep sleep, even though it is for just 10 minutes. So he says, Shareera Dvayasya Karana Matram. Then Satswarupa Ajnanam. Read it as Satswarupa Ajnanam. Dirgha is there. So Satswarupa Ajnanam. What is Satswarupa? Sat is always existing. What is my Nijaswarupa? Who am I? I am that Atma. Ajnana about Atma is Karana Shareera. I know about the world. I know about so many things. But I don't know who I am. This is Ajnana or ignorance. Ignorance about myself. We are so interested in listening to all the talks about what is happening in that house. But who am I? Why am I here? Where did I come from? Where am I going? What am I doing? All these we are least interested or we are ignorant about it. This ignorance, self-ignorance is Karana Shareera. Because the moment we get to know who I am, the moment we get this Atma Jnana, Karana Shareera gets destroyed. So it has end. Karana Shareera also is destroyed, can be destroyed. How? When we get this Atma Jnana. Sthula Shareera by default gets destroyed. Sukshma Shareera at the end of Pralaya by default it also gets destroyed or we can say resolved into Karana Shareera. Karana Shareera automatically does not get destroyed. We have to put all our efforts. Sahaviryam karavavahai. 100% all our efforts if we put, then sadhana is possible. Then we get that Atma Jnana. Then Karana Shareera is destroyed. Once Karana Shareera is destroyed, no punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani jatare shayanam, chapter gets closed. We become one with that Paramatma. So he says here, Sat Swarupa Ajnanam. Like how you go in the night on the street, you see a snake over there. You are scared to walk there, but you have to go. Then Rama 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 saying, you simply go near, oh, it is only a rope. When we come to know that it is only a rope, are we scared? No fear at all then, it is only a rope. In the same way, when we get this Atma Jnana, all the fear of the world, what will happen to me tomorrow? What will happen to my husband, my children, my family, my house? So many things we are worried about. If I fall sick, this kind of fear will not be there when we know who actually I am. Sat Swarupa Ajnana is Karana Shareera. Once we have this Sat Swarupa Jnana, Karana Shareera gets destroyed. Then Nirvikalpaka Rupam. Nirvikalpaka. Vikalpa means changes. There is no change at all. In the seed, we don't see anything. What change can we find? Changes take place later. Once the change takes place, then it is becoming Sukshma Shareera or Sthula Shareera. It has thrown itself out. No changes. If somebody is conceived, then we go to the doctor and get it tested and say that yes, you are pregnant. Then they do a scanning. In the scan, what is visible? Nothing. One mudda like thing only is visible. Nothing is visible to us. They show this is the fetus. Oh, okay. We simply accept it because we don't understand anything. 5th month scanning. Then they say, little bit some small things are coming out slowly. Then they say, see, this is your child's hand, this is your child's feet or legs, etc. They show. Then also, oh, something is visible. Then 9th month, we see the whole baby there. The head is visible, hands are visible, feet is visible, feet are visible. Isn't it? Initial stage, nothing. It is only that seed. Only the sperm is there. We don't see any change over there. Exactly the same way, in the Karana Shareera, there is no change at all. So, nirvikalpaka rupam. No vikalpa at all. No changes at all in that Karana Shareera. Where can we bring the change? Gross body, it keeps on changing. Even if we don't want, it becomes growing fatter and fatter day by day. Sukshma Shareera, we have to put our efforts to bring changes there. Bring transformation there in the Sukshma Shareera. So we have to be very, 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 very careful. How much of importance I have been giving to this physical body. Not that it should be ignored, but it need not be pampered also. Have I given importance to this Sukshma Shareera? My manas, my buddhi, my smriti, my memory. What am I storing here in the memory? Are we giving a thought for this? 50, 60 years back, something wrong has happened. Something unwanted has happened. I remember like a picture. How? Even today, after 50 years, I remember. Every word that person has insulted me, I remember. Who all were there, what dress they were wearing, everything I remember. How? I kept on thinking about it, kept on talking about it to all the others in the world. So, I got it cemented here. Now, what am I carrying to the next birth? Same thing I am carrying. Then in the next birth, I am crying. Ayyo, why is this happening? I am chanting Vishnu Sahasranama, Lalita Sahasranama, Nama Japa, but still this is happening. Why? God is so cruel. God is not doing all those. We are the ones who are doing all this. So we have to be very, 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 very careful. If we want to have a good birth, we should do good actions now. Good things only should be stored. That is why people say attend satsanga. Good words you hear, that gets stored here. So this is nirvikalpaka rupam Karana Shareera. There is no change. Change can be brought in the Sukshma Shareera. Then the first words, anirvachya. It cannot be explained in words. It is inexplicable. Like how you say Atma, you cannot explain in words. Same way, Karana Shareera also, even though he is explaining in so many different words, Adi Shankaracharya says that it cannot be explained at all. Then why all this explanation? So that we come closer to it. Understanding should be slightly closer to it. You ask any scientist of physics, what is darkness? There is no definition for darkness except that absence of light. There are so many principles about light, for light or about light. There is no principle about darkness. Concept of darkness is absence of light, that's all. To study, assume that we want to study about darkness. To study darkness, need some light over there. So, I went inside the room which is pitch dark. Now, let me understand about this darkness. I am switching on the light. Oh, darkness disappears. Where did it go? Did it hide under the cot? No. It is totally not there. If it is destroyed, some debris should have been there. It is not destroyed. Where did it go? So, do you say darkness is existing or non-existing? If you start inquiring about darkness, it does not exist then. But I am able to experience. Yes, in the darkness I can't see anything. I can experience it. All my things are covered in darkness. I can't see anything. I can experience it, but you cannot express in words. Such a thing is called anirvachya. That means experienceable, but cannot be explained. That is anirvachya. Exactly this Karana Shareera. How are we experiencing it? If this is a product, if gross body and Sukshma Shareera, subtle body are products, there must be a cause behind it. I am experiencing my gross body, I am experiencing my subtle body. So there must be a cause for it. That is nothing but Karana Shareera. So I am experiencing it, but I am not able to explain it, because how do I inquire about Karana Shareera? So anirvachya. Then anadi. What is meaning of anadi? No adi at all. There is no starting time for this. Anta is there. It is not adi anta rahita. Atma is adi anta rahita. Karana Shareera anta is there. It will be destroyed when we get that Atma Jnana. Adi is not there. How can we say Adi is not there? If this is not the Adi, something else should have been there. That means this is a product then. Some other cause should have been there for this Karana Shareera. What could be the other Karana for it? It can be Shunya, nothingness. But we know that from nothingness, only nothingness can come. Nothing else can come. So, there is no Adi at all for this. That is why the word Anadi. Remember, it is Anadi, but Anta is there. Then, Avidya Rupam. Avidya. We take up so many different courses and study so many things. Medical, engineering, or so many other courses. We struggle to get a seat in a good college. With the help of this kind of education, can the Karana Shareera be destroyed? If Karana Shareera exists, Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam, Punarapi Janani, Jatare Shayanam, this Chakra Vyuha is going to be there. Only one Vidya which can stop this cycle is Atmajnana. Only one Vidya. So, as far as avidya is there, which means not the education about the other laukika education, not about the worldly education. If at all you have Atmajnana, then that is called Vidya. Atma Vidya, Mahavidya, Shri Vidya, Kamasevita in Lalita Sahasranama. So the moment you have this Atma Vidya, then the next birth is not there, because Karana Shareera gets destroyed. Till then, Karana Shareera exists because we have avidya. So it is avidya rupam, anirvachya, inexplicable, anadi, no beginning at all, avidya rupam. As far as this Atma Vidya is not there, Karana Shareera continues to exist. How many ever yugas are there, the Karana Shareera continues to exist. We may be born in different yonis, different Sukshma Shareeras, but Karana Shareera continues to exist unless we put all our efforts. That is why sadhana is 100% important. Sahaviryam karavavahai. All of us put together, we have to put our efforts to destroy this Karana Shareera so that we come out of this cycle of birth and death. Shareera dvayasya karana matram. This is the karana or the cause for these products. This is a product. Sukshma Shareera is a product. Sthula Shareera is a product. Karana is Karana Shareera. Cause is only Karana Shareera. So Shareera dvaya. Dvaya means two bodies. For these two bodies, this is the cause. Satswarupa ajnanam. Not having the jnana about our own self, or ignorance about Atma, ignorance about self with the S capital. nirvikalpaka rupam, no change at all. This is what yad asti tat karana shariram. Please understand, Adi Shankaracharya is trying to help us in various ways. Even though it cannot be explained, he is trying to explain in different ways so that we come closer to it. So the nearest example that one Swamiji has told me is about deep sleep. When you are in deep sleep, Sthula Shareera is not working, Sukshma Shareera is not working. In the same way, Karana Shareera. Sthula and Sukshma are not working, but aren't they there? In our deep sleep, did this Sthula Shareera, Sukshma Shareera go somewhere? They are there. But for us, we cannot experience. When I am sleeping, I don't even know that my name is JYOTHI, I am a mother, I am a wife. Nothing is known to us, known to me. I have Jnanendriyas, I have Karmendriyas. Nothing is known in my deep sleep. In the same way, Karana Shareera. Not exactly the same, because they are existing here. In Karana Shareera also they are existing, but in potential form. In the avyakta rupa, not this vyakta rupa. That is the difference between deep sleep and Karana Shareera. This example is given so that we come closer to it, to understand it. So the difference between Sthula Shareera, Sukshma Shareera and Karana Shareera is, Sthula Shareera is made up of Panchamahabhutas. Sukshma Shareera is made up of Panchamahabhutas, but in a subtle manner. Sukshma Rupa. Karana Shareera also is made up of Panchamahabhutas only. Very, 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 very subtle way. That is why not visible at all. Even with the microscope, it is not visible. Then, Sthula Shareera is visible to everybody. Sukshma Shareera can be experienced by that individual. Karana Shareera, neither visible nor experienceable by any one of us. By anybody. Then, Sthula Shareera lives for a certain period of time. Human birth maximum is 120, unless there are some great saints or some jnanis who can live for 500 years also. Generally, 120 years maximum. Sukshma Shareera continues to exist from one Srishti to one Pralaya. At the time of Pralaya, it gets resolved into the Karana Shareera. Karana Shareera continues to exist. There is no starting for this, but end is there. Anta is there. When we get this Atma Jnana, Karana Shareera gets destroyed. So now what is important for us is, even if we don't understand much about Karana Shareera, it doesn't matter. Lot of importance should be given to the Sukshma Shareera. Because this is what I am carrying now continuously. Transmigration from one body to another body, I continue to carry the same Sukshma Shareera. What Sukshma Shareera I am taking at the time of the death of this body, with the same Sukshma Shareera I enter the womb of another one. Will be born with the same Sukshma Shareera. What changes I can make is only to the Sukshma Shareera. So Sukshma Shareera, taking care of the Sukshma Shareera is highly, highly important for us. Jnanendriyas to a certain extent we can take care of. Karmendriyas to a certain extent we can take care of. Prana to a certain extent we can take care of. By doing pranayama or certain kind of exercises on a daily basis, we can take care of all these. Manasu and Buddhi, Shama, Dama, all these are important for us. That is why he explained in the beginning itself. What is Shama, what is Dama, etc. Manas and memory, Buddhi, memory. These are highly, highly important for us. Antakarana, Manasu, Buddhi, Ahankara, Chitta. All these four are important for us. Try to reduce that Ahankara and try to reduce the baggage. Whenever we travel anywhere, if it is a light suitcase, very nice. But unfortunately, we stuff so many things in it. Whether wanted or unwanted, we keep on storing. That is what we are doing here. In the memory, all unwanted stuffs are being stored. Memory also has a capacity, like our mobile phone. You cannot keep on storing videos and photos, etc. There is a capacity. Beyond that, it doesn't store anymore. Then the previous ones we have to destroy or delete. Same thing we should do here also. All unwanted stuffs. Don't keep on thinking about them again and again. Don't talk about them to anybody else. The moment you talk, it gets stored here in a cemented manner. Then we carry that. All these are called as samskara or vasanas. Every experience leaves a vasana here. So why not we have some good experiences? Now, to have such good experiences, we should keep on thinking about God. That is why Nama Smarana is very important for us. Nama and Smarana. Keep chanting or Smarana. More than chanting, thinking about or thoughts about God. Or at least some positive things. That is important because finally that also we have to go beyond that. But initially at least let the positive things be stored over here. Forget about the negative things. How do I delete? Don't talk about it. Don't think about it. If that thought, any negative thought comes, try to chant Namasmarana. Shall we chant? Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram 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 Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Om Shanti 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 Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu.